Hi everyone, this is Jerry Bold at Clare Controls. Welcome to our Clare Tech Tuesday video series. Today I'd like to talk about, and I'm happy to release, or talk about the release of our ClareHome version 555. That'll be coming out here very shortly. On my screen you can see I am on the knowledge base, or I'm at the knowledge base. A couple key components of this next release, a couple that I know people have been waiting for. Pleased to announce the LiftMaster Chamberlain MyQ garage door opener integration. We also have the Resolution Helix user management. I'll be getting into that probably next week in the Clare Tech Tuesday video, so please stay tuned for that. We'll be able to now create PIN numbers, users, things like that from the app instead of having to use the online programming tool to do so, which is excellent. There's also a few other small changes. We've made some enhancements to Z-Wave parameters for lighting. We've also done a couple of bug fixes, which is normal for compatibility with URC remotes, which is typically used for custom installations, things like that, and a couple of other bug fixes. So today, though, I do want to focus mainly on the LiftMaster because I know we've got a lot of people that have been waiting. So our knowledge base is full of great screenshots and directions on how to do this. I'm going to go ahead and click on the LiftMaster Chamberlain MyQ here in the knowledge base. What you need to do, first of all, is determine your compatibility with, the hardware that you're using. There's a couple different ways to do this. You either have a Chamberlain garage door opener, the hardware itself that's mounted on the ceiling. Some of those have the gateway and everything built in, and you won't need anything else to get that to work. It'll go right onto your Wi-Fi network, and it'll work that way. If you've got, they make other models where it's required to have a gateway, which you can also use. Or if you're using a completely different kind of garage door opener, you can also, they sell modules and things like that you can use. And to find out what you need, there's a link and it brings you right to this compatibility tool. You just go in here and it works really well. I've went through it a couple times and checked it out, and this will tell you exactly what you need. So if I go back to our knowledge base, another thing that I want to make clear is this integration does require a paid service from MyQ. It is not Clare Controls that's doing the billing. It goes entirely through MyQ. So they're going to ask you, it's a subscription. I believe it's for either a month or a year. And I repeat again, it is not through Clare Controls. We do not have anything to do with the billing. It's a MyQ Chamberlain thing. That's what they wanted us to do. We have an authorization process that we need to do to get to use that the integration process. So that is in there. So one thing I'm gonna also, you're gonna need to create an account. So a lot of the people out there are probably already using the Chamberlain, but you might be using their app, their native app. So if you've already done that, there's not too much you have to do. But if you haven't done that, and if you're starting from scratch, you're going to need to go through this page here, which just says connecting MyQ to ClareHome. It's really simple to do. I walked through it just before I started creating the video here. You just go onto their web page that you can see here. You click sign up, and what that does is just asks you for a couple of credentials. It's an email, a password, your typical things like that. And once you've done that, it sends you an email, just for an authorization to make sure that you're actually a person. You log back in, you go in, and then it's going to ask you for the serial number of the hardware that you're trying to integrate. It's either on the bottom of the garage door opener or it's going to be on the bottom of your gateway module. You just put that in, and all of this takes place on their website. So 90% of the work that you're going to do to get this integration to work is going to be through their website, not through the ClareHome or the ClareHome app. So keep that in mind. So once you've subscribed, you're going to see these screens here. You're going to authenticate this. It's going to come up with a billing page that looks just like this. The screenshot, I've already gone through the screens. I won't be able to get back there. But you're going to choose 1 month or 12 months. And again, like I said, this is not through Clare Controls. It might look like it is, but we're not the ones that are doing the billing. It is through the Chamberlain MyQ. So once you've completed the subscription form, you place your order, and you're going to be ready to configure that through the ClareHome. You can do this through Install Assist app or through the ClareHome app, and it's pretty easy to do that. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of going through the screenshots, which are here, which are very helpful, and you can use this in the knowledge base, I'm going to open this up here on my app on the simulator. I believe I've added one of these, but I'm going to delete this out so you guys can, I'll walk through it with you so you just can see how this works. So let me remove mine. So what this is going to do, if you're in either the ClareHome app or the Install Assist app, you click the plus, go to Access. You've got Chamberlain MyQ Garage Door. Click there. This also gives you pretty good thorough instructions of how to do this. Its most important thing to know is you need to have your subscription ready to go before you can authorize the device when you do it through the ClareHome or the Install Assist app. So I'm going to click Authorize. So keep in mind, I've already gone through the process of setting up the account. So I'm going to use our lab account because I don't have an account of my own here. So I'm just going to type in the credentials. Once you've got your credentials and you're ready to go, what the process is that's actually taking place. This is going from our app out to their website to check your credentials and make sure that it's legitimate. It's also going to see what hardware you're using and do the verification that way. If everything's accurate and everything's working properly, this should come back with a screen that tells you, yes, this has worked and we recognize your account. It says we have success. Return to the device list, which we can do. We can back out of here. If I click Access again, I've got two now here. I've got my Chamberlain. I've also got the old Z-Wave type, which is a linear. By the way, the icons, the services look the same in the app. So if I go all the way out, I can now go back to my screen here. And if I wanted to add it, that's door 2. I click out of here, and I've just added the second door to my screen, which you can see down here. So again, we show you the status. It's a smart icon. Green means the door is closed. Red would be open. We also show, if it's going up or down, you would see that with the 3 lines here. So that's pretty much how the integration works. The knowledge base has everything you need from scratch to finish. So if you get stuck somewhere or something's not working properly, there's screenshots. They walk through the authentication process and everything. So please use that if you get into some trouble there on some of the screens. So it's pretty straightforward. My guess is a lot of people are already using the native Chamberlain app, so you're probably already going to have that authentication and the credentials to use to set it up through the ClareHome. So one more thing I just want to say is stay tuned, because next week I will be walking through the resolution security, the user PIN numbers, and how to do that through the app, which is another cool thing. So please stay tuned for that. Otherwise, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time.